Please be seated. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's meeting of Middlesbrough Council. First item on the agenda, election of chair of the council for 2019-2020. Do we have any nominations? Okay, do we have a seconder? Thank you. Any further nominations? Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Okay. Any further nominations? Okay, we have two nominations. Councillor John Hobson and Councillor Tom Morstan. I'll take them in alphabetical order. So all those in favour of Councillor John Hobson, please show. All those in favour of Councillor Tom Morstan, please show. Okay, the result of that is Councillor John Hobson 23, Councillor Tom Morstan 22. I therefore declare that Councillor John Hobson is elected Chair of the Council for the municipal year 2019-2020. Congratulations. Congratulations, Councillor Hobson. I'll now invite you to take the chair.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this meeting, Middlesbrough Council annual meeting. It's nice to see so many new faces here. Unfortunately, I don't know all your names, so it'll have to come with time. So we'll just be pointing at people if we need people to stand up. We'll carry on with the meeting now, and we'll go to agenda item 2, which is the appointment of the Vice Chair of the Council. Do we have any nominations?
Chair, I'd like to nominate Councillor Garvey.
Could Councillor Garvey stand up so we can have a look at him, see who he is? Thank you very much. Do we have a seconder? Any more nominations? Anybody else? Right, I declare that Councillor Garvey is elected as Vice Chair. Thank you very much. Right, back to the agenda. Apologies for absence.
We have one chair from Councillor Smiles.
Councillor Smiles, okay. Right. Item 4, declarations of interest for the agenda. Has anybody got any declarations of interest? No? No, nobody. Right, we'll carry on. Item 5 is announcements and communications. To receive and consider any communications from the Chair? No? The Mayor? You want to say something?
Okay.
Mr. Preston.
Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to all of the old, I shouldn't use the word old, all of the mature and experienced councillors. Welcome to the brand new councillors, but most important, welcome to the public. It's great to have you all here. We want you involved in the democratic process. We want to hear your voices, though not to interrupt, but we want to hear voices out in the street, and we want to act on that. This is a fresh start. The public have really said to us that they want to do things differently. They want to see a more balanced house. They want us an end to petty squabbling and banging of heads. And they want to see everybody working together to create prosperity, fairness, and opportunity. It's a sad day today. There's news that British Steel nationally, but more importantly locally, is going into administration. And that means that about 700, maybe more with the supply chain, but at least 700 Teesside men and Teesside women are worried about their jobs. Their families are worried about their parents' jobs or their siblings' jobs. And we should bear that in mind. And a really quick but heartfelt message from, I think, all of us here is that our thoughts and prayers are with you. We'd like to stand together with you. And I'll end this part of tonight on that note. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. We'll carry on with the agenda. The next item was item 6, which are the minutes for the ordinary council meetings on the 4th and the 15th of March. Could we move those as a true record, please? Any matters arising from them? Item 7, the minutes from the extraordinary council meetings on the 15th of March and April the 11th. Can we move those as a true record? Any matters arising from those? All right, go on to item 8, which is the mayoral and municipal elections on the 2nd of May. This is the results. So over to Sam, the monitoring officer.
Thank you, Chair. Members, you'll find in front of you a report detailing the results of the mayoral and the local elections. This report is just for member information. It's just to be noted. You'll see at page 3 those of you, all of you who've been elected to office, details, and you will note at page 5 a table that shows the current makeup of the council. It's probably worth noting that that table displays the makeup of the council at the point of the election, so it doesn't detail the current group situation. It is just what occurred on the elections. So that's just to be noted, Chair, that report.
Can we all note this report? Thank you. Item 9, the political, we've done item 9. Item 10, executive scheme of delegation. Well, we're on 9. Political balance, allocation of places on committees. Monitoring officer, once again.
Thank you, Chair. This report is again something for members to note. In essence, it details the standard set of calculations that the local authority carry out every year, and they reflect the political makeup of the council and the associated allocation onto committee places. You'll see the calculations at the rear. You need to note that they reflect the position as of today. That can change. Indeed, we will be coming up to a by-election, so we will have to revise those figures, and they will be brought back to full council when we do that. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Sam. Item 10, executive scheme of delegation. Now, this is the mayor to do this. It is the mayor's report somewhere. Just hold on.
I'll be very brief. A couple of really important points, though. One is that The public have voted for all kinds of candidates here. And it's really important to me and to the public that all kinds of candidates share in power, get involved in making decisions, and positively influence the direction of the town to create prosperity and share that prosperity. I want to select a fantastic executive that's full of people of integrity, of energy, of passion, and of patriotism for Middlesbrough. Now, I met Councillor Rooney and Councillor Story yesterday, and they explained that Labour wouldn't be taking up positions on the executive. But I would just like to, respectfully urge them or anybody else from anywhere in the House, if you're interested in getting involved and playing a really positive role to do great things, please get in touch. I'm getting lots of CVs in, but I'm inviting everybody present, no matter what party you're from or whether you're independent, to get in touch by next Friday with some bits of background, what you'd like to do and why. And by the 14th of June, I'll appoint 6 executives and a deputy mayor. And I'll reiterate again, what I'm after is energy, passion, integrity, and patriotism for Middlesbrough. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We carry on with the agenda. Agenda number 11, Council Committees, Establishment and Terms of Reference. It's over to you again, Sam.
Yeah, this report it considers the makeup of committees, the allocation of places on committees, and committees in general across the municipal year. I am aware that we have a representation, can't say that word, on point 1 of the report, so it may be useful if we could hear that now before moving on to allocation.
With regards to the make-up, allocation and terms of reference of committees, for some time they've not changed, they're outdated, they've been like that for decades, and I think now is a good opportunity to seek a review via the proper officer to review these committee places. So whilst I acknowledge this report, I don't agree with the report and would like to see a body of work completed through the proper officer's guidance that will bring back a restructured, streamlined committee system that's fit for purpose for a modern Middlesbrough. Thank you.
Right, we've all heard Councillor Rathmell with his request. Is everybody in agreement with it? Has he got a seconder? Do you need a seconder? Brian, anybody?
Thank you, Chair. Can somebody just explain to us what that means, please?
If it would assist, what happens is under the Constitution, it's for the Council as a whole to agree the constitution of committees. So in essence, how many people sit on a committee, what the terms of reference for committees are. I think what Councillor Rathmell is suggesting is that we've got a system that's been in place for a long time and it would maybe benefit from a review. In principle, there's nothing wrong with reviewing it. My suggestion would be that this report is approved and then a review took place throughout the municipal year in accordance with the Member Development Committee. And if that could be moved and seconded, we could move on to allocation.
So is everyone in agreement? We take it back and look at it again? No. Have some disagreement with it, is that what you're saying? You don't agree with it?
I agree with... Sorry. Is this on? Sorry. I agree with Mr. Archer's recommendation that we move the report as it is and that we can review it during the municipal year. But as I understand, that means that we vote where there is voting needed and we accept all of the places that are allocated in this report as it has been presented this evening. Is that?
Yeah, we agree the report, but if somebody disagrees, it would need to go to the vote.
Okay. So we carry on. Right. Number 12.
Oh no, we're still on 11. We need to go through the vacancies.
Oh,
now,
right,
Chair.
sorry, we need to go through the vacancies.
So if we move on to the vacancies that we've got on committees, the vacancies have previously been circulated out to the groups, so many places have been allocated and the details are within the report. So those allocations have occurred automatically. What we are looking to do tonight is to appoint to unallocated places. So the first vacancy that we have is on Corporate Affairs and Audit Committee. We have one vacancy that's open to anybody. So if I could have nominations for that vacancy, please. Is that the only nomination? Yeah. So, Chair, we've got two vacancies, so we need to go to a vote for each.
So we'll go to a vote. We'll start with Councillor McCabe. All those in favour of Councillor McCabe, please raise your hand.
That's 22, so can we go up, Councillor?
Right.
Right, can we just check? Can you just put your hand up again? Yeah, thank you. No, 23.
Right, can we have a vote now for Councillor Jeanette Walker, please?
Yeah, 20. 20. It's difficult, isn't it? 22, Chair.
Jeanette Walker got 22, Dennis McCabe got 23, so Dennis McCabe goes on the committee.
Yep. All right, Chair, the next vacancy, we actually have 3 vacancies on the Corporate Health and Safety Committee. The first vacancy is for Conservative place only, so if we could deal with that first vacancy first.
Anybody for the Conservatives want to?
No.
David Smith.
Right. So that place then goes to, is it Councillor Smith?
Councillor David Smith, yes.
We then have 2 remaining vacancies on the Corporate Health and Safety Committee, so if we could have nominations for those.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Cooper and Councillor McIntyre.
Is there any further nominations? So that's Councillor.
So that's
Cooper and
Councillor Cooper and Councillor McIntyre.
So the next committee, there's 2 things to say about this one. Firstly, in the papers, you have the details of all the people where places have been pre-allocated. You are missing a few details from this one, so it's been confirmed that the 4 Labour places have been taken by councillors Goodchild, Rooney, Storey and Thompson. We now have left 1 Conservative place to allocate. So have we got any allocations? Any nominations, sorry. Say that again.
What's it for?
It's for the ad hoc scrutiny panel. Okay.
David Cooper.
The next vacancy we have is on licensing committee, and that's a vacancy that's open to the Martin Independent Group.
Councillor Mawson.
The next vacancy is on Works Council. We have one vacancy, and that's initially open to the Conservative group.
Councillor Smith.
And that concludes the committee vacancies, Chair.
Right. So we're now on to agenda item 12, appointments by the Council and Executive to joint committees and outside bodies.
Thank you, Chair.
That's you again.
This is basically exactly the same process, but in relation to outside bodies. Again, the appointments require the approval of Council. So I'll just work through the vacancies, Chair. So the first vacancy we have is on the Tees Valley Combined Authority Overview and Scrutiny Committee. I have one vacancy and two nominations. I have a nomination for Councillor McTighe and Councillor Story. Is there any further nominations? There's only one vacancy, Chair, so we'll need to go to a vote between Councillor McTighe and Councillor Story.
Right. All those in favour of Councillor Story, please put their hands up.
Yeah, 22, Chair.
Councillor McTighe.
Sorry, can the executive vote on this because it's a scrutiny committee?
It's been custom. I don't think there's anything that bars it, but it has been custom that the executive haven't voted on this committee. So, can we take the vote again, Chair, for
Yes,
Councillor
vote
Story?
again. All those for Councillor Story, please raise your hand.
Okay.
All
And
those
then
for Councillor McTighe?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 17. You count 17 there. Oh, right, okay. We're just having a, we've gone back over on that, Chair. So is it 23? So it was, Chair, it was 23 there. So whether we count the exec votes or not, the result is the same. Yeah, isn't it? It's Councillor McTighe. I told her you should have saw it. No. Yes, is it? Yeah. So is it Councillor McTighe?
What you're trying to do, because if you're not counting the exec,
Just please bear with us a second.
not counting the exec votes, they would only get 20, and Story would get 22. Because
All right,
it's
okay.
voted, that's what I'm trying to say.
Right, and yet I think this would be a problem. So if you count the exec,
It's 23, if you don't, it's 20.
so one wins and the other wins.
So Story would win that start, or whoever got the first start.
What do you win? So who?
There wasn't any exec vote, so we had 22.
Right, okay. So it would be Story then, wouldn't it? Sorry, Chair, we were just trying to work that out. It would be, it would be Matt Story without the exec vote, so it's Matt Story. Yeah. She actually got 20. Yeah.
Right, the result is Story 22, McTighe 20. So Story gets the job.
Chair, the next vacancy that we have, Chair, is on the Captain Cook. Sorry.
With regards to that last count, that last vote, have we omitted the exec's vote despite
Yes.
customarily accepting
No,
it previously?
The issue is, Chair, if it assists that historically the exec vote hasn't been counted on that vote. So when it's been counted without the exec vote, that was the result. It's custom and practice, I suppose, so it would be, if there was going to be a determination on that, it would be a matter for the Chair. This is only for appointment to committees, though. To scrutiny committees in particular. I think the way that it's been previously considered is that obviously there should be a distinction or a separation between the executive and scrutiny. So this is only in relation to scrutiny committees. Yeah, thank you. So the next vacancy, we have 2 vacancies on the Captain Cook Birthplace Trust. Have we got any nominations?
Councillor Mawson. Mawson and Davidson.
Any more nominations? No, those can be confirmed, Chair. And then we have a vacancy, 1 vacancy open to everybody on the Resources and Finished Task Group for ANEC, which I'm not sure what ANEC is.
Association of North East Councils.
Okay. Thank you. So do we have any nominations?
No takers at all? Nobody?
We'll just defer that to the next
defer it to
meeting.
the next
Chair.
meeting, yeah.
And the final vacancy is for, well, vacancies. We have 4 vacancies open to everybody on the Staying Put Advisory Committee. Do we have any nominations? Yep. Councillor McTighe. Any more nominations?
Nominate Councillor Thompson.
Yes. That still leaves 2 vacancies. Is anybody else interested?
It's Councillor Jeanette Walker.
Thank you. That leaves 1. Any? Yeah.
So that's
Is that?
Walker, Cooper,
Yeah, that's 4.
Mackay, and what was the other one? Walker, Cooper.
What was it? Cooper. And we've got 4. Yeah. So is that all the nominations for that? Thank you.
Follow-
Chair? Yeah, that is the end.
That's that.
Then it's just any urgent items.
That's it, yeah. Right, last item on the agenda, which is item 13. Consider and deal with any urgent business brought before the council by the profit officer, if any. Is there anything? I haven't been notified of anything at all, so we take it that there isn't anything. So with that, I'll bring this meeting to a close. Hope everyone has a safe journey home, and we'll see you all, hopefully, at the next meeting. Goodbye.